This is the primary source expander. It's a very, very simple tool to activate. As you see, while I'm talking, the blue meter is actually my input level. This is what comes into the plugin. Okay? Now, what I can do, it's like that. As you see on the red, here it says range. This is basically what it's gonna do. It's gonna, if I'm gonna move it and click, for example, on minus or drag the handle, it's gonna go to -6, -7, etc. What it's gonna do, so between the phrases, when I'm gonna stop talking, it's gonna duck the audio, my audio, by this amount. So you're not gonna hear it right now because we're not connected in the proper, but you can see what it's gonna happen. So you see, as soon as I start talking, the red meter, it's actually initiates here. You see it? So what happens is when I'm stop talking, the audio is actually, it's same thing like you have your finger on a fader, okay, on a pastor's fader, and every time he stops talking, you're moving the fader by 8 dB down, okay, and then immediately up.
You were just watching a clip from the Tech Arts podcast entitled Part 2, All Things Audio with Ken Pooch Van Druten. In that podcast, we do a full church tech tip, which includes what you just saw with Val Kotler, plus another 7 or 8 minutes where he unpacks the primary source expander, how it works, how Waves audio plugins came about to invent the primary source expander. It's very interesting and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you go over to the Tech Arts Podcast, which is at techartspodcast.com, and check out the latest podcast called Part 2, All Things Audio with Ken Pooch Van Druten.